Data transfer complete.
25.
Ignition.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
In a world where wokeness seems to control every narrative, a world where the average Joe is expected to apologize for just being a guy, comes a show where testosterone reigns supreme, where manliness knows no bounds. Prepare yourselves for a podcast unlike any other. TJ Michaels and John Stacy invite you on a roller coaster ride of machismo on the Alpha Men Podcast. Meet TJ Michaels, whose ideas are as wild as his bushy goatee, and John Stacy, whose confidence is as big as his biceps. They love and respect the women in their lives, but here they're on a quest to celebrate the essence of manhood. The Alpha Men tackle the big questions like, is it acceptable to cry during an action movie? Can a man survive on jerky alone for a week? And if a man builds a DIY project and doesn't post about it on social media, did it really happen? These dudes leave no stone unturned. Get ready for a podcast that's part comedy, part camaraderie, and all things manly. The ladies have their view, but these guys have their brew. The Alpha Men Podcast is presented by
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook.
For incredible card breaks and more, go to OHANA Sports Cards on Facebook. By Garage Door Commander, online at garagedoorcommander.com. Produced by TJ Michaels Creative, narrated by Jamie Dennis, and dedicated to Hendrik the Viking Poulsen. 2024, all rights reserved. The Alpha Men Podcast is rated M for maximum manliness. Here are your hosts, live from the granite capital of the world, Barrie, Vermont, TJ Michaels. And he, from the heart of NASCAR country, Trinity, North Carolina, John Stacy. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
What is going on, you sick, twisted freaks? Welcome to
What up?
the Alpha Men Podcast, Season 2, Episode 16. And the very last day of April, which happens to be my youngest daughter's. You sitting down? You sitting down?
Well, of course I'm sitting down. I'm fat.
I just want to make sure. My youngest daughter's 21st birthday today.
Oh,
And you're like,
Tell her-
oh, holy crap.
tell her to give me a call.
Stop. Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it right now. Yeah, we just did some dinner and
Nice.
Bought a couple of drinks. And I gotta say, at 21, she is way smarter than me when I was 21.
Why? What'd she have for a drink?
Well, somebody on Facebook today said, "You gonna show her what it was like when you were 21?" And how you doing? I go, "No, she's not that dumb. She's not dumb enough to do what I did when I was 21." So, no, she. What did she have? I don't know. But nonetheless. Anyway.
So Brittany says you're kind of quiet again.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will figure that out. Hold on a second here.
All right.
In any case, while I work on that, I don't understand why that would be. Hold on a second here.
You fixed something last time. We had this a few, 8 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I can throw up the old Bob Marley technical difficulties screen.
You want to pull that up for just a second? Give me one
It'll take
second.
about a minute.
That's
All
right.
right.
Go ahead. Yeah, people will like it anyway. It's Bob Marley.
Here's a secret to doing a podcast and making fat jokes. Always have a co-host who's fatter than you, and you can still make fat jokes.
He calls me Baby Huey.
Have you guys had a weigh-in?
We should next
We
year.
should.
Pack the
We
pants.
should.
I'm just saying.
When we get together, they bring the cattle trucks.
You guys might want to, John, what I'm saying is before he slings too much shit, you might want to have a weigh-in.
That's true, because I
to make
packed the
sure
pantry.
that
He
that's
looks
the
pretty
actual
close.
case.
We're back. So he's trying to work on that.
Yeah, stall for a minute, will you?
I can stall. We can jump right into beers. We can crack beers while we're before we do the news.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
do that.
let me figure that out. Let's crack some beers.
Beers on tap, and sometimes we drink stuff we're not proud of.
Alrighty, I gotta go to the Evil Knievel beer fridge tonight.
What he said is you have to go to the Evil Knievel beer fridge tonight.
Oh, you're gonna translate it like, and now news for the hard of hearing. And now news for the hard of hearing. Anyway, what do you got tonight?
So I got something from local, pretty local here. 2 GNC, 2 guys named Chris Brew. It's actually a radio station down here, and they're called 2 Chris's.
Mhm.
But this is their beer. It's from here, North Carolina. It is a 3.8. Oh, jeez, it's light beer. 3.89 IBU. Yeah, hometown light ale.
All right, what I'm doing is zero gravity buck juice.
Watch your mouth.
All right, I said buck. Is
Yeah.
it deer?
He said
juice.
buck juice.
Zero Gravity has a really popular brand called Duck Goose. This is Buck Goose or Buck Juice. Sorry, and it is 9%. It's a double IPA. So
This tastes like tastes like a Miller Lite. I mean, it does have that paper, that stick-on decal. So maybe it's just a Miller Lite with a sticker on it.
yeah,
It's light. It's smooth. Very, very light beer. I like the graphics though. If you can see that, there's one of the Chris's, and then the other Chris. But
1, 2, 1.
I give this 3.5. I mean, it's just a regular light beer to me. It's not a
Yeah.
seltzer. Like last week, I drank
Check.
How's that sound, everybody?
No, it's not there yet.
No, so to me, you sound the same.
Right? Why can't I find?
I can ask Peak. He sound. Let's see what he says. He's always watching. He's got nothing better to do.
Right?
Yeah, the beers. I always give Peak a shout out because he buys me. He bought a 6-pack of different beers, so I have 6 weeks worth of beer to drink.
Ah, there we go.
Clad's Gaming.
Oh, you know what? My
Whoa,
wife.
you are wicked loud now. That's all right. That's good.
How about right there? Is that good?
Holy shit! What?
All right, that should be good.
Yeah, you're definitely more louder now. Much louder. So,
All righty. Everybody okay with how loud I am?
Peak's
Yeah.
typing.
Yeah.
You deaf?
There
You
we go.
sound good.
There
Louder.
we go. We got it.
He's fine. He says.
My wife had to take a course for college,
Yeah.
and she had to take her final exam. And she took it up here, and she had she had to connect and do the final exam over the camera, and she probably screwed with the audio settings and didn't tell me. And that's what's
gotcha.
going on. So we got that. All right, so you got, because I was screwing around, wasn't really paying attention.
That's right, Scott. No more Trulies or Mike's High Lemonade.
Yes. Yeah, I get tired of drinking that stuff, but, you know, in Vermont, we only get certain
Yeah.
products.
So
and
last time you drank something with juice in it,
Mhm.
you remember it happened, right?
I do remember that. Yeah. And this from Zero Gravity is 9%, and it says Buck Juice, a big and majestic double India Pale Ale with impeccable drinkability. The tropical juicy palate is balanced by bold and hoppy aromas. Into the forest we go. So it's got $2 on it, and it's from Zero Gravity, which was made here in Vermont. So
Yeah, so we both got locals. Oh, it tastes like it's a big can.
It's good. It's definitely double IPA, so it is a little hoppy, but it's not kill your brain hoppy.
Yep.
And I can definitely taste the citrus in it.
So yeah, my citrus tree hoppy beer. I have a very light beer.
I would.
Oh, it says Hometown Light Ale.
I would buy this again. You know, out of 5, it's a 4. You know,
Far.
it's not quite a 5. It's a 4. Keep that away from Diddy. All right. Enough of that.
Oh, I didn't see that, Scott.
Nonetheless,
Well played.
Zero Gravity's Buck Juice. That's what we're trying tonight. 9% per volume, and not too shabby. Look for it where you buy beer, and John's got that radio station brew.
2 GNC, 2 guys named Chris. So 2 GNC is
2
says
guys named Chris.
Chris Brew. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a light beer. It's just like a Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light. It's just
And
one of those generic beers.
They're radio guys in Charlotte who
No, they're national, but they're actually based here in Winston-Salem.
Okay. Who work
Yeah.
for a radio station that isn't dead.
Yeah, it's
Okay. All right.
92 Rock and Rock 29. Yeah, radio station ain't dead. Yeah,
Right.
Pete got me turned on to him because he listens to him all the time in the truck, and when I take my truck, it's always on, so I end up listening to them. They're pretty funny. They're not too crude,
Yeah.
but some of the stuff we talk about is like crap we talk about, and it gets kind of funny.
Yeah. 2 GNC Brew. If you're in the North Carolina area, I assume that's where it's at. Have I tried Vermont Seltzer Company yet from Brittany? I don't think I have, but I'm not a big seltzer guy because
You've done the White Claw, and I've done the.
I
Truly.
don't carry a handbag or have my hair permed. That's kind of the way that it goes. Just my feeling on it. That is Beers on Tap tonight. And where are we headed now? We're going to do news?
Yep, jumping to news. So here we go.
And now, Mansplaining the News.
Actually, before we do this tonight, we do want to mention our sponsor, Ohana Sports Cards, for great sports cards breaks and memorabilia and all kinds of other things. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. They'll treat you like family. That's what the word Ohana means, is family. And while you're at it, if you want to support us, please right now, hit the like button, give us a share, or head on over to alphamenpodcast.com. Check out the Manly merch store. All kinds of apparel there and all kinds of good stuff, and everything we sell goes right back into this journey of manliness that we call the Alpha Men Podcast. So,
You had to get that out, didn't you?
I did, yes. Here's what happened this week. New released polling indicates 4% of voters like both Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Yeah, these are the same idiots who take forever in the front of the Taco Bell drive-thru menu. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Nonetheless, the average taxpayer pays over $500,000 in taxes over their life. That, according to a new survey. And while we all hate paying taxes, I'd like you to be an optimist tonight. It's worth it to live in the country that has won every single Super Bowl. All right.
Oh, wow.
Nike this week laid off 700 employees. Fortunately, they work in one of Nike's factories in China, so company officials say they can just return to the third grade.
Oh, that's harsh.
Experts say global warming causes 400,000 deaths a year. But remember, option B is driving a Prius.
It's still around.
Yeah. Sales of the Apple VR headset have plummeted, according to Apple. If people want to visit an alternative reality, they can always ask President Biden about his Uncle Bozy. Dude, this is the dumbest story ever of the entire year. My Uncle Bozy got eaten by cannibals. Shut up. Anyway, new survey found 6% of people say their cat is their best friend. Look how friendly that cat looks.
My cat's coming here now.
That freaking cat is smiling at you. Look at it.
Where's your cat? It's been a while.
I don't know. He's around here somewhere. But anyway, a new survey found 6% of people say their cat is their best friend. And there's a name for these people. Single. Another poll shows...
Oh, shit.
Another poll shows millennials want a 4-day work week. That released this week. Which, to be fair, is 4 more days than millennials are currently working. So... yeah. Meanwhile, the bird flu. Did you see this week? Bird flu has spread to cows. So the best thing you can do to avoid this bird flu is to avoid Chris Kiss Christie, and just stay away from. Yeah, be okay.
It's clicking over. There you go.
There you go.
I kept clicking in one push.
Yeah. City of Los Angeles may have to eliminate non-essential positions due to a financial crisis. So to that we say, rest in peace, Chargers.
Oh, hey, Chargers ain't bad. They have Justin Herbert and Justin Herbert.
You gotta go back a few years to the history of the Chargers. Like, actually, none of the NFL teams in California get anybody in their stadium. So,
Which is weird.
yeah. So, by the way, speaking of California, the residents of Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass broken into this week. That's how bad crime is. They broke into the mayor's house in Los Angeles. It's so bad, thieves found her plans to do absolutely nothing about crime and homelessness.
That's fair.
New study says lesbian and bisexual women die younger than straight women. So much for Subarus being the safest cars, huh?
That's harsh, man.
Tesla has recalled 3,878 of their Cybertrucks due to an issue with the accelerator. Cybertrucks were previously recalled for being ugly as hell.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's being delayed.
I don't know either. King Charles has given Kate Middleton a new title. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not Royal Photo Editor. I think we can count
Yes.
that out.
Is she alive?
Yeah.
Okay, because last I heard was she was potentially dead or.
She's battling cancer.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I don't follow the royal family.
Yeah, experts say one dose of LSD now can be treated or used to treat anxiety. I guess the idea is you can't stress over overdue bills when you're being chased by a fire goblin. I don't
I've never taken LSD, but I'll do that.
A British farmer says she sprays her sheep with Axe body spray to keep them from fighting. Now the farmer, after spraying them, says she doesn't have to worry about them fighting because they fled the farm in a 1998 Camaro blasting Limp Bizkit.
Let's Soundgarden too.
Showbiz news: the Eclipse returned Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun to the charts for like 30 years later.
That song's always on the radio down here.
I'm just wondering what song by the Killers is going to get a boost from OJ's death.
That's harsh.
Tom Selleck this week said he has never texted or sent an email himself.
Wow.
And that's because he's too busy taking homes and life savings of susceptible senior citizens in reverse mortgage scams. I mean, that's kind of the deal. After coming out as gay, Sophia Bush says she finally feels like she can breathe. Which in some ways means she's really not doing it right. I'm just saying.
You reached for that one. That was good though.
Cher will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She is already, by the way, in the Plastic Surgery Hall of Fame. So, adding to the whole deal, but nonetheless.
Yeah, she's got a lot of change.
Yeah, there she is in the 70s, in the
Yeah.
80s, in the 90s, and the first picture was now. So, nonetheless, 65-year-old Kevin Bacon finally visited the high school where Footloose was filmed this week. This time there were no town elders telling them not to dance, but several doctors did tell him not to dance. So it was just,
They just get up in age.
just probably shouldn't do that. Yeah. So that is Mansplaining the News tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
It's time for the Tuesday Night Tussle.
All right.
Crap, I forgot again. Just kidding. What? Why is he still playing? He's so delayed compared to me.
One more time for the people in the back.
See, mine instantly does it. So yours is definitely delayed. I can hear your music.
Okay.
So
Two-
this fight
Yep.
is probably the most graphic fight we've had on the show.
Is there blood?
I mean, no,
Okay.
but it's pretty damn intense.
All righty.
And
More intense
course.
than the chick that got beat up in the porta potty that we aired is it 6 months ago?
season 1,
Yeah.
no, that's pretty rough.
Because that
But
was
this
rough.
this one right here, there's two people fighting, two things fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a Karen.
Okay. Roll it.
What in the hell's going on here?
Hey, leave him alone. Quit that fighting. I'm gonna tell your mama.
That's it.
You know what
I
that
see-
sounds like?
Who?
I have a friend named Tanis, and that lady sounds just
Tanis.
like her. I thought it was her at first.
No, I was looking for fights, and I happened to see that stupid Two Crows. I'm like, screw, I'm putting some up stupid.
There you go.
So,
Little
oh,
anticlimactic tonight, but funny. So
Yeah.
it passes. That is your Tuesday Night Tussle on the Alpha Men Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Manventions, the segment where we celebrate the brilliant, bizarre, and downright hilarious manly inventions throughout history and the men who made them. And today, my brothers, we are diving deep into the crunchy, munchy world of snacks with a tale of none other than George Crumb. Now, you may ask, who the hell is George Crumb?
Yeah.
Yes, the George Crumb, the alpha chef who gifted the world with the manliest of snack items, the potato chip. Now,
like
picture this. Picture this. It's 1853, and you're in Saratoga Springs, New York.
Yeah.
And George Crumb, he's there at the Moon Lake Lodge. Now, George is not just any old chef. He's a man's man. He's a culinary warrior. He's got the beard to prove it. I think we have a picture of him.
This one?
Yeah. No, well, yes, that's him, but that's him in his younger days. All right?
I only got 2 pictures of the actual guy.
Yeah.
Unless it's this one. No.
No.
That's the pictures you sent me.
All right. Well, anyway, at some point in his life, George had a beard. All right?
There's 2 different people.
And
What
I
is-
did,
what
and I
is
did
this?
have a picture of him, but it looks like you didn't get it. So that's just the way it is. Champagne podcasting on a light beer budget. That's what we got going on right here.
Light beer.
Yeah. Now, anyway, by George. George was in the kitchen cooking up a storm.
Yeah.
Little did he know he was about to stumble onto a snack time sensation. One fateful day, a customer came in, had the audacity to stroll into George's kitchen and order some fried potatoes. Sure thing, pal, George said. When he served up those golden brown spuds, what did the customer have the nerve to say? Too thick. The customer was a Karen, pickerier than Baby Huey at a salad bar.
Hey.
Now, most chefs would just send out a thinner batch and call it a day. But oh no. Too thick. Can you believe it? George thought he wasn't going to take that insult lying down. He saw it as a challenge, chance to flex his culinary muscles and prove once and for all that he was the alpha in the kitchen. So what did George do? He took those potatoes and he sliced them thinner than a politician's promise. Fried them up till they were crispier than a crisp autumn morning, and then doused them with enough salt to make a slug blush. And when the prickly customer took one bite of those crunchy, salty delights, he knew he met his match. His eyes lit up like fireworks on the 4th of July, and he declared, "These are crispier than my Aunt Edna's gossip."
Huh. That's pretty slick, though. I mean, just how that all came about.
Just like that, the potato chip was born. George Crumb unwittingly stumbled upon a snack that would become a staple at every party, picnic, and poker night for centuries to come. And he created a snack fit for kings, warriors, and every manly man in between. So tonight, on Manventions, here's to George Crumb, the unsung hero of snack time and the master of munchies, and the man who turned a simple complaint into a culinary manvention.
That is, that's pretty cool. I mean, I want some chips now, but I'm fat.
Figured you would. Manventions tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alpha Men Podcast is proudly sponsored by Ohana Sports Cards, where you will find awesome card breaks from baseball, football, racing, basketball, and much more. They will treat you like family at Ohana Sports Cards. You can find them on Facebook for all your sports card breaks, card consignments, and even grading sports card service. Check them out on Facebook at Ohana Sports Cards. Alpha Men Podcast.
We present the case. You deliver the verdict. This is Man Court. All rise. The sometimes Honorable T.J. Michaels presiding.
All righty, gavel in hand tonight. Let's get it going. Man Court in session. It's a place where testosterone meets testimony. And in this arena, men come to seek justice and occasionally throw a couple of verbal haymakers. Our plaintiff about to face the scrutiny of not only the courtroom, but also the discerning eyes and ears of the esteemed freak jury. You can join our freak jury tonight just by commenting and offering your advice to our plaintiff wherever you may be watching in the comments section. And if you have a problem and you think the freak jury and Man Court can help, send us your problem online, alphamenpodcast.com. Or send us a private message to one of our 4,000 social media sites.
When you sent these pictures, I was like, what the hell is this going to be about? So I'm pretty intrigued.
Oh, okay. In a courtroom tonight, it's the case of the unmentionables. Our plaintiff is Brad from Hampton, Virginia. It's docket number 240-430. And he writes, "Hello, Alpha Men. This is Brad. TJ and John, I need somebody, anybody, everybody, please, to tell me that I'm not crazy right now. I think Man Court is the best venue to resolve this issue I have with my wife, so here goes. My wife went to a estate sale last week. A very rich person's house up for sale and all of its belongings. She went just to look around. She comes home from the estate sale with a few pieces of lingerie. And I asked her why she would buy someone else's used underwear.
Okay.
She said, "Dummy, they're very expensive French lingerie. And it was like brand new, but maybe okay, it was used." I told her it was gross to buy an old dead person's underwear. She told me I was overreacting. She said she was going to wash it and make sure it was clean before wearing it. I told her to wear it for someone else. And that's when the real fight began. She told me I didn't understand that women know a good deal and how expensive good lingerie is. I want to know what you guys think, and maybe the freak jury too. Am I overreacting, or is she gross? Signed, Brad, Hampton, Virginia. And that is our That is our man court letter tonight. Okay, Freak Jury, you can chime in wherever you're watching. Scott,
Wow.
I need a hoodie. Scott, we're not. I don't think they had hoodies at the estate sale. It was used French lingerie, and
I think that was for our intro,
oh, okay,
the merch.
all righty. Well, wow. Yeah, I don't know. You know, like you go to a thrift store, and you're not buying underwear. You know.
No.
And this is an estate sale. It is a rich person's estate sale, but it's still underwear, isn't it? I don't know. I think I'd be a little skeeved out too. Would you? I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I'd have to wash them at least
Well,
5 times.
obviously, yeah. I'd have
least-
the black. I'd have the black light out going over it. Like, what's going on here? You know.
At least sniff it. You know.
I'd be going over it like sheets in a bad hotel. You know.
Oh, I sit in
But-
hotels every week. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I'm getting you a black light for Christmas so you can check.
I always think about that once in a while. That I add to it.
So anyway, Brad's wife bought used lingerie at an estate sale, but it's from what I can gather, that's not a very classic piece of lingerie there, but it is French because it's a French-made outfit thing. It is, how should we put it? Vintage, I guess is how they would put it. Vintage French lingerie, which means yes, it was worn. So
It's like buying a T-shirt.
nah, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
I'm stuffed on this one. Like I'm with him on it, but it's
Well, here's the deal. Your wife's shopping the venue's quite adventurous. We'll just say that.
like, yeah.
You know? I mean, state sales are treasure hunts for the bold and thrifty. But if we address the elephant, or shall I say unmentionables in the room, it is used lingerie. All right? So, Scott Seymour says she needs to lose the bottoms. Well,
I mean, she's got to lose the bottoms at
I mean-
some point.
here's the deal. Those would be the ones that would be the dirtiest, right? I mean, anyway. Let's see.
I appreciate the effort from her,
I mean, here's the deal.
but I see his argument.
I see your argument. I think feeling a bit uneasy about it. The idea is wearing someone else's undergarments, regardless of their status, can be a tad. Well, just not everyone's testosterone cup of infused tea. All right. So, but before we pass judgment, you do kind of have to look at your wife's perspective. I mean, French lingerie is considered the holy grail of unmentionables. It's like the fine wine of the undergarment world, okay? So I kind of understand your concern about hygiene. I mean, nobody wants to cozy up to the ghost of underwear past, okay? But if your wife assures you that,
We're fast.
I don't know what else to say. Come on, I'm pulling this out of my ass right now, all right?
She probably is too.
If your wife tells you she's going to give that stuff a thorough scrubbing, maybe it's
Throw scrubbing might get you a thorough rubbing.
yeah, maybe it's time to take a deep breath and just trust her judgment on it. I don't know. I'm on the fence here, man. I mean, you know.
If you give me a second, I can do. Hold on.
Here's the deal.
Where is it?
I got it. Here's the married judge perspective, okay? I can tell that Brad hasn't been married that long,
True.
okay? Because anybody that's been married for any length of time looks at it like this. If I put up a stink about it, that's if I don't go along with her plans, I ain't getting any.
All right, I got the wheel.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel of justice here.
See the words.
Laid. There you go. We're spinning the wheel and
Accept it.
I think you go with her plan to. I think you leave the lingerie alone and tell her good job, nice frugal purchase, and hon, you look hot. I think that's what you do.
That's what I
you
go
do.
with.
That's what you do. That is the verdict. And that's Mancourt tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Best of luck, buddy.
Gentlemen, start your engine. He's pressing him for the top spot.
He is out in the outside groove.
Some debris on the back straightaway.
Dover, the Monster Mile. Place was busier in hell.
Yeah.
There was a lot of freaking people there. They didn't pack the stands, but I tell you, it was 95%. It was busy.
I was working in my backyard. I didn't really watch. I
Hamlin
know Hamlin won.
Took his third win.
Yeah.
So they it was a pretty straightforward race. There was a lot of passing, but it was nothing to write home about. But it was all right.
I don't know how to feel about Hamlin these days.
I like the guy. I mean, I like his personality.
Here's the deal. I never really liked him much, but watching that Netflix thing at the beginning of the season kind of humanized him a lot to me.
Yeah.
But then when I see his smug ass holding three fingers in the air, standing there like that, I don't like him.
Well, at least he didn't do this for second.
I know. I don't know.
So
I don't know. I don't like him. There is a guy that I just started, and I'm probably really late to the party.
Yep.
On YouTube that goes around all the old race shops in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Stapleton.
Yep.
And right before the show tonight, I was watching a thing where he was in Andy Hillenberg's shop.
Oh, wow.
Right behind the Charlotte Speedway.
Yep.
And of course, Andy Hillenberg is one of those guys that, like a journeyman driver, showed up every once in a while to drive, and when he could put something together, made it happen, and But Andy Hillenberg has like worked in racing for the last 50 years, and his shop built up like most of the cars for Days of Thunder.
Yep.
And he runs a racing school, and all the commercials for NASCAR get shot at his shop.
Once you're in this industry, you're in it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my 24th season in racing.
Well, he was showing the building where, when you're watching Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
And he does the sponsorship stuff that they ad-libbed, like, hey, if you don't chew big red gum, right? And he was like, it was right there. He was right there. It was showing where they shot it. And then, like, in his parking lot next to his garage is where all the victory lanes for Talladega Nights were shot. They would set up a mock victory lane, get the shot, rip it down, set up another one, change it a little bit, different track, right? But it was all shot in his parking lot. I just thought it was really cool.
That's
just
cool.
really cool to see that stuff.
So Hamlin took the Monster home, and then we're heading to Kansas this week. I get to work outside this week. I'm excited.
So you're not going to be in the tower?
No, I'm going to be back where my old roots on the ground. In the
Good,
garage.
good. That's good. A, you need the exercise.
I do.
And B, I'm still concerned that you're going to do something wrong and totally screw the sport.
Well, you won't see me in NASCAR the following week.
Well, I know, but, nonetheless, Kansas. Go ahead.
I have one more thing after for Ohana Sports Cards.
Yep.
They're actually sponsoring a truck next week in Darlington. Not this week in Kansas, but next week in Darlington.
Oh, check that out. That's
Kobe,
really cool.
Kobe Howard's truck, number one. So, they're sponsoring it. And the Coastal Sports Cards, the company he's partners with. So, we're going to have him on the show tonight, but he got busy. So
Did they put a panini sandwich on there anywhere?
Yeah, in the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
So yeah, Sellers from Ohana Sports Cards is getting their own truck out there next week in Darlington for the throwback. There's some cool throwbacks.
I saw a lot of the pictures.
Terry
So
the
I'm excited
Bonnies. Yeah,
Yep.
I can't. I'm actually gonna go as a fan on Friday with Sellers for Ohana Sports Cards to see to watch the truck race.
Make him buy you a panini.
I will.
All right.
So I'm gonna go as a fan just for Friday, and I'm coming home. I'm not staying the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy the weekend off.
Cool. Very cool. That's the racing rundown this week on the Alpha Men podcast.
Because we're all doomed, here are this week's signs of the coming apocalypse.
Well, trillions of cicadas are set to hatch in the eastern U.S. over the next few weeks, from Georgia to Wisconsin.
They're already here.
And in the Carolinas, they've already hatched.
Oh, massively.
John's
and they're
like-
getting worse and worse.
John, it's a big one this time. 2 separate hatches of brood. okay?
13 and a 17-year brood.
Yeah. So once again, people online are wondering, can you eat them?
My cat outside.
No
cat.
one is wondering that.
Yes.
No one is wondering if you can eat them.
I was watching the cat yesterday chew on one.
Okay, no human is wondering if you can eat them.
Well, there's plenty
Stop
to eat if you're
saying that. All right? Listen, I know inflation is bad, and I know the grocery store sucks. But if you're willing to start eating that damned Hellfire thing, forget it.
It's crunchy. You can hear the cat. You step on it, though. Yeah.
Anyway.
There's probably, I bet you by the end of the 2 weeks, there'll probably be 1 million of these damn baskets in my yard.
Yeah.
Because we're in a hot spot.
Yeah. The AP also just picked up on a story on how the sound itself is already confusing people. They're calling 911 over how loud the damn bugs are. I think we have some audio. Do we have some audio?
That's right, Peak. I do. Lots of cheese today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio. Hold on. I need to switch.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They sound like a buzzing and like a clicking noise.
Like during the day, it just sounds like a high-pitched humming, but at night, it sounds like a jungle.
Exceptionally loud right now. They were out pretty good in our neighborhood.
Anyway, Sheriff's Office in Newberry, South Carolina asked people on Facebook this week to stop filing noise complaints. Several people have called to report a siren or some sort of weird roaring sound that's really loud. It's the damn bugs, okay? All right? Sheriff wanted everyone to know it's just the cicadas. Filing a report's not going to do any good. And, that's that. And them damn things are ugly.
They are.
That's just all there is to it.
I go get one right now. If you
And
want.
again, no one is wondering if they're edible. No one.
Bring it to the house.
Okay?
I'm going to shoot me.
I have seen 4 or 5 news stories this week on how people are wondering if they're edible. And I don't know where that's coming from.
So the question is, are they?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not touching it. Anyway.
Can you eat a cicada?
I don't know. No. I don't care. Oh, hell no. Anyway.
If it's your thing, this is the first word on Google. If it's your thing, go for it. Cicadas do not provide any toxins, and their lifestyle makes it unlikely that they will absorb any toxics. They will be rather crunchy and not much taste. That's the first thing on Google.
Unbelievable. Our next sign of the coming apocalypse this week, because we're doomed, is from a company called Throw Flame.
I saw this thing.
Dude, you want one of these. I want one of these. Throw Flame is selling a robotic dog called the Therminator for $9,400. You operate it over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It has a remote control and a flamethrower. And the flamethrower flies 30 feet. I think we have video.
Yes, we do.
Oh. Look at that cute little Terminator.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Anyway, the company says Terminator is legal in all 50 states. You just need a special permit in California and Maryland.
You see Vader's
go.
comment.
There you go. Why would anyone need an AR-15? Yeah, there you go.
You have one of those.
And they're not just pushing the guard dog angle, but they do list different things it's perfect for. They include controlled burns, ice and snow removal. Dude, if you're spending $9,400 on a robotic dog with a flamethrower, you got too much money.
That would eliminate a lot of cicadas around here.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Chase the cat around.
They say clearing weeds and just pyrotechnic entertainment and also pest removal. So there you go. You know, you could run this thing up to the wasp nest that you can't get close enough to with the can of Raid. And
yeah. Till you burn your whole fucking forest down.
Yeah, there you go. Unbelievable. But you do know it will lead eventually to a takeover of the entire planet, forcing us all to live below ground and turning the planet's surface into an apocalyptic fireball. Yeah. It's pretty
impressive.
It's pretty cool.
We should get one.
And finally, trust the science, new research says.
Hey, Sellers, I saw a comment here. I didn't see the comment. Star Wars comment, so hello, Sellers.
There you go.
Sorry.
New, trust the science, new research says. Okay? Save your Wii is what they're saying. Scientists are urging people, holy God, just kill me now. This week's sign of the coming apocalypse. Scientists are urging people to recycle their urine into vegetable patches, claiming it's a cost-effective and First we're eating cicadas, and now we're peeing on the vegetables to make them grow.
You might as well spread the lingerie.
All right? Get that damn dog in here and let's burn this whole place down. All right? They're saying it can be cost-effective and eco-friendly alternatives to synthetic fertilizers that farmers spend $128,000 a year on. Turns out urine contains nitrogen, phosphorus, which is essential for crop growth, and can be converted into 13 pounds of fertilizer. Now, with this info, researchers are developing toilets that can separate urine from water, which then can be dried and converted into odorless, inexpensive pellets to spread on farmland. Yeah,
That's just freaking weird.
I'll pass. All right? Just put the fertilizer on it, please. Throw some water on it. Okay? I'm good with that. It works. We don't need any of this, all right? That is this week's signs of the coming apocalypse on the Alpha Men podcast.
That's just weird. Push the button. There you go.
Real or fake news tonight? You can play our game along with our game at home. I'm going to give Baby Huey three different headlines. Okay? Baby Huey, your job is to pick the one that's real. Two of them are fake. One of them is real. Which is real and which is fake news. All right?
Fake news.
Okay? So, you think you know? You can enter it in the comments and help Baby Huey along here. We hope he's better at picking the real news story than the Cowboys were in the draft. Doritos, real or fake news? Doritos, headline number 1, offering family lifetime supply of chips for whoever names baby Dorito or Dorita. All right, that's headline number 1. Doritos offering family lifetime supply of chips for whoever names baby Dorito or Dorita. Okay, headline number 2. Chicken Wing Challenge makes contestants sign loss of life waiver. Chicken Wing Challenge makes contestants sign loss of life waiver.
Wow.
And finally, headline number 3. 20-pound starfish discovered in discovered off the coast of Maui.
You're an ass.
20-pound starfish discovered off the coast of Maui. All right. I think we got a picture of it. There you go.
Well, that's going to be real. It's BBC. Well, I mean, don't always believe what's on the news, but
could be a close-up of a small starfish.
True. So my options are.
So here are your options. Doritos offering family lifetime supply of chips for whoever who names their baby Dorito or Dorita.
What are you doing, Patrick? From SpongeBob.
Chicken wing challenge makes contestants sign loss of life waiver. Or 20-pound starfish discovered in off the coast of Maui.
It's Patrick. His name's Patrick, okay? God, they all sound damn believable. I'm gonna go with Doritos. Oh God, I want to go with the starfish. I'm going with the
Do you want to phone a friend?
Yeah. No.
Would you like
I'm confident.
Would you like to poll the audience?
What does the audience say?
I don't know. I'm seeing comments about Patrick, so I'm guessing they're going with the starfish. But I'm not going to sway you anyway. Doritos, waiver for wing challenge, or 20-pound starfish?
Starfish.
Incorrect.
Derek's a starfish.
Incorrect.
What happened to that?
A restaurant in Canterbury, Kent, UK, called Wings Kings is offering a daring Earn Your Wings challenge where competitors must sign a waiver acknowledging a risk of personal injury, illness, and yes, even death or loss of life before taking on their 15 chicken wings coated in Carolina Reaper sauce.
Whoa.
The world's second hottest pepper. Now, we have some experience with Carolina Reaper, you and I.
Yeah.
And that was one. One
Yeah.
Carolina Reaper.
That's last time. I'm trying to figure out why Instagram stopped working as you're telling me this. Whatever, it's gone.
This is 15 wings coated.
That was the hottest thing I've ever put in my mouth, that Reaper. I'll never, ever do it again.
Yeah. If participants can finish the wings in 10 minutes and endure a 5-minute burn time afterwards. They can't, after they're done, they can't drink anything or not even milk, nothing, right?
Nope.
They get their meal for free and their name added to the restaurant's Hall of Fame wall. Dare I say that's not enough?
Oh, hell no.
The waiver states, though, I agree that I am participating in the Earn Your Wings challenge at my own risk. I accept that Wing Kings, its employees, and affiliates will not be held responsible for any consequences that may result in my participation. Restaurant staff say most would-be competitors don't finish the challenge, with only 3 out of the 12 that have actually been ballsy enough to do it have completed it. So
not happening.
Most people don't even try because they see Carolina Reaper, and that's all there is to it.
I would die.
That is real or fake news tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. All righty, here's your sign tonight. Sign number 1. Beware of the wild, far-out, magic, invisible road workers.
Sounds like a state worker.
Yeah. The sign says, we are working out of sight, so you may not see us. Oh, geez, thanks. Thanks for that. Sign number 2. Is this really necessary? Seriously.
What? Why?
At the gas pump, the sticker actually says, and it's not something somebody put on there as a joke. It's a real, actual warning label. Caution.
Tried this.
Caution, do not insert in mouth or rectum.
I hate people.
We're doomed, dude.
Wow.
Rectum nearly killed him. Anyway. Number 3 is the understatement of the year. Loose gravel.
Yeah, loose gravel. Oh, yeah. Bigfoot for a truck.
Half the mountain is covering the road. It says loose gravel. Anyway. Number 4, frozen ice.
Oh,
we have frozen ice. It's way better than that unfrozen ice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You know? Number 5, I've never been more puzzled by a sign than this one.
Don't throw your grandma down the ramp. This is Florida. This is all Florida right here.
Right. So there's a gator, a ramp, and a woman on a wheelchair.
So at some point, somebody tried it.
Maybe jumping the gate. Don't jump the gators on your wheelchair. I don't know. I can't figure that sign out. If you can tell me what that sign means, put it comment right now because I get
maybe it's don't feed the alligators your grandparents or your Uncle Louie who died and went to the bank to sign a loan.
There you go. There you go. Maybe. I am confused, puzzled, and possibly offended by that sign. I'm not. There's all kinds of things going on with that baby. Number 6. Any questions? The sign says danger.
Yes.
Danger. Not only will this kill you, it will hurt the whole time you're dying.
That's fair.
It's very descriptive too. I'm just saying. Number 7. This is great. Cashier wanted, must be 18 years old with 20 years of experience.
So whoever wrote that freaking is definitely
You are a hybrid. Half idiot, half moron.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Number 8. I'm pretty sure this was a sellout.
Oh shit, I would have gone. That's home turf.
BJ's in your PJs. Come socialize and eat ice cream in, of course, your pajamas. But when you see BJ's in your PJs,
you don't read the ice cream. You
Right.
Come socialize and cream in your pajamas.
Thanks for going there. Appreciate it.
Well, so I'm switching these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It blocks out the right side of the thing. So all I see is BJ's and PJs, and the ice cream and pajamas was covered.
Right.
So I read BJ's and PJs. Come socialize, cream in your. That's all I can read.
Number 9. Come on, man. There's no way that is an accident.
Wow.
Whoever the artist that designed that label is has a sense of humor. Okay? Yeah. There's no way that's an accident. It is supposed to be a picture of how to wash your hands.
Yeah.
But if you look closely,
it's how to wash your.
There ain't nothing being washed there. Okay? All right? Just saying. And the last one, number 10. Come on down to the Testicle Festival.
That's a catchy one.
We'll have a ball.
You want to go?
I don't know. I just man, people have maple festivals and strawberry festivals. That's got to be in Texas. Has to be.
These guys have no balls.
Yeah. Testicle Festival. Ugh. Here's your sign this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alpha Men Podcast is proudly sponsored by Ohana Sports Cards, where you will find awesome card breaks from baseball, football, racing, basketball, and much more. They will treat you like family at Ohana Sports Cards. You can find them on Facebook for all your sports card breaks, card consignments, and even grading sports card service. Check them out on Facebook at Ohana Sports Cards. Alpha Men Podcast.
The Alpha Men on Sports, a segment we call Your Team Sucks.
And here we go. Alpha Men on Sports, Your Team Sucks. Tonight, of course, big week for the NFL draft. And USC quarterback, as we predicted, Caleb Williams went number 1 to the Chicago Bears.
Poor Bears.
So let me be the first to extend my deepest condolences to to Caleb Williams.
Or to the Bears.
And, no, nobody should have to play for the Bears these days. That's all there is to it. Andy Reid this week signed a contract extension, makes him the highest paid coach in the NFL and the highest paid walrus in the world. Same time, yeah. Quarterback Zach Wilson traded from the New York Jets to the Denver Broncos. You know, it's fitting that Wilson will be playing at the stadium with Mile High in its name, since most of his throws are a mile high over his receivers, or at least have been in the past couple of years.
That's true.
The way that it goes. Good news, Reggie Bush getting his Heisman Trophy back.
Yep, that's good.
I'm glad for Reggie. I don't know, I guess I'm just partial to former Heisman Trophy winning running backs from USC that didn't kill two people. Just saying. Tom Brady posted shirtless in a workout video.
See what he did?
What?
He was all over the news in the sports cards industry.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah.
I know some of the guys. Well, I don't know him personally, but I know him on the forums and stuff, and I talked to him. And
people claiming that he ruined their stuff. He just signed it willy-nilly, and it doesn't look like his actual
just
signature.
a freaking scribble.
Yeah.
I hope they sue his ass hard for that.
Anyway, Tom Brady posting a shirtless workout video this week. It's Tom as you never imagined him before, unless you're Elton John. Serena Williams, her husband, investing in a bar that will exclusively show only women's sports. I have a great name for it.
What's that?
Empty.
Hey, come on. Give the women some sports privilege. I'm with them on it a little bit. Who doesn't like volleyball?
Fair point. Beach volleyball, though. Beach volleyball.
Whatever. Beach, yeah.
Well, only beach volleyball.
Either way, those shorts are about as short as that lingerie.
Anyway, all righty. Let's get into the draft. Winners and losers this past week. Stanley Cup playoffs going on. A couple games already underway. Yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs and Boston Bruins. I can't see the score at the moment, but they started at 7:00 tonight. They lead. Bruins lead the series 3-1. Islanders and Hurricanes.
It's 1-1. End of the second right now.
All right, Islanders and Hurricanes. We got a score on that.
Hold on.
They started at 7:30. Carolina leads that series 3-1.
2-3 Hurricanes.
Okay. 9:30 tonight, the Avalanche take on the Winnipeg Jets on ESPN. Colorado leads that series 3-1, and at 10:00, the Nashville Predators at the Vancouver Canucks, and Vancouver's leading that series 3-1. So we'll see
Bruins.
How all of that works. All right, the draft. Let's get into it.
Eminem was there.
Yep. The analysis has been completed. The trades have been made. The players have been selected. And with that, the 2024 NFL draft is history. And now that the dust is settling, we can kind of look back and see which teams won the weekend and which teams crapped the bed. And, just here's the deal. Winners would include my Philadelphia Eagles.
Shut. I don't know what the button is. I was trying to find it.
General Manager Howie Roseman managed to pull off a record-tying 8 trades in this NFL draft. A 7-round draft, 8 trades, 2 solid quarterbacks, and giving them 9 picks in next year's draft. I mean, it's
9.
It's 9.
Oh.
So the Philadelphia Eagles, for the past 4 years, have been playing 4D chess against every other team. That's all there is to it. Another winner would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. They loaded up in the trenches. 3 offensive linemen, defensive tackle, linebacker. They did very, very well in this year's draft. You got to put the Washington Commanders in the winners' circle.
Yeah.
Rookie GM Adam Peters scored really a potential franchise QB in Jaden Daniels. And they filled the holes. Washington filled the holes on the defensive side of the ball, the secondary, and the O-line. So look, we play the game because you never know what's going to happen, and you never know when these players are going to be ready. But on paper, the Commanders could be tough this year.
I hope
it
not.
could be. And the Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh wasn't messing around. I took Joe Alt for the offensive line, bolstered his defensive front, and added a couple of offensive sleepers. They did very well. Kansas City Chiefs, Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
And he gives them a fast threat at wideout. They got 3 offensive linemen, and one of them was a steal in Kingsley. I'm going to butcher this name. Suamatea.
Subanatea.
Yeah. Really, really great player. And they got him for a steal. And the other winner of the NFL draft was actually the Michigan Wolverines. Because from the college side of things, they led all schools with 13 players selected.
Wow.
By the time the weekend came to an end. So, losers? The Atlanta Falcons became the whipping boys of the draft.
Yep.
Their shocking round 1 pick of Michael Penix Jr., and it didn't get much better than that.
He's going to sit for 4 to 5 years.
He just signed Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, for $108 million.
Yeah.
Or something.
And have you seen the video of like the GM talking to the owner like right after the pick was made?
He's getting his ass chewed.
He's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Another loser, to be expected, the Dallas Cowboys.
That's why I wore this today. My jersey.
They did offense. You guys did bolster your offensive line a little bit.
What's that?
But it really is hard to see how you improved, especially compared to what the Eagles managed to pull off. So, and you brought back Zeke for a 1-year deal. Yep.
Zeke. We're going to feed Zeke.
Zeke don't need fed. Zeke's been doing a lot of feeding on his own by the look.
Yeah, he did all right, the Patriots, because they had no other choice.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins, not a very good effort. 7 picks, despite losing a 3rd rounder. None of them screamed impact. But really kind of, these are developmental players. And, when you have that many picks in a draft, and you can't get anybody that, like, there's a headline written about, you haven't done a good job. I mean, just all there is to it. And finally, the Las Vegas Raiders. They went into the draft really needing a long-term answer at quarterback, and they left the draft with the same need. So,
yeah,
that's kind of the way that it goes. That's the Alpha Men on Sports segment we call Your Team Sucks tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
The Eagles do suck. I'm glad you agree.
Whatever. By the way, the Eagles...
The Alpha Men podcast salutes hidden heroes.
We're here.
All right. Hidden heroes tonight.
Unfortunately, we had to make this last minute. And it sucks to see something like this happen.
This breaks my heart because I went to high school with a guy who became a drug enforcement officer.
Yeah.
And lost his life way too young. Same situation, serving a warrant. And some creep blew him away. So Hidden Heroes tonight, we had something else planned, but we really thought that we really do want to let you know about the 4 law enforcement officers that were killed yesterday afternoon in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, about an hour from here.
The shooting began when U.S. Marshals, their task force, attempted to serve a warrant for firearm possession by a convicted felon, and they say that recipient of the warrant was the guy who initially opened fire. They do think someone else was involved. In total,
I have a news clip of it. When you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
from Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. 4 officers are dead. 4 more are injured after a wanted felon opened fire on police coming to arrest him.
But police believe there's a second suspect in the case. Police say the U.S. Marshals Task Force went to serve an arrest warrant when a suspect inside the home opened fire. Crews went to rescue the first wave of downed officers when a second suspect started shooting at them with the high-powered rifle.
The officers who were shot were from the U.S. Marshal's Office, North Carolina Department of Corrections, as well as the Charlotte Police Department.
That breaks your heart.
Horrible.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Thomas M. Weeks Jr. was lost. 13-year veteran of the Marshal Service, leaves behind a wife and 4 children. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department officer Joshua Iyer, 6-year veteran of the force. And we actually have video of a procession that carried his body from the hospital to the medical examiner's office. And
this makes you humble. This makes you show the calamity, their family and
brotherhood.
The brotherhood, the crap that police officers get. It's insane. This right here is much respect. There's more to it, but they load him into the ambulance and they got a police, fire, ambulance, escort. It's just, we crack a lot of jokes on the show and whatever, but to watch shit like that is just. So I got, I guess, the privilege for an unfortunate incident during the Boston Marathon bombing.
Mm-hmm.
I was deployed down there with the Red Cross to be there when the MIT police officer was killed. And I was down there for the whole funeral procession. Biden came, all that stuff, and there was police officers from all over the world there. I think they said there's like 30,000 police officers. So it shows the brotherhood of police officers.
Yeah, and we're watching all this stuff happen on college campuses right now, where they're protesting Israel and they're, don't send the police in, yada 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 yada. And police just put up with so much crap, and anybody who's behind that whole defund movement, defund the police, you need your ass kicked. All right, that's just all there is to it. That's just all there is to it. So we also lost North Carolina Department of Adult Correction Officer Sam Palash and North Carolina Department of Adult Correction Officer William Alden Elliott. Both task force officers were assigned to the U.S. Marshals Carolinas Regional Fugitive Task Force, and Palash joined the Special Operations and Intelligence Unit in 2013. Elliott joined in 2016. Palash survived by a wife and 2 children. Elliott leaves behind a wife and 1 child. A total of 8 law enforcement officers were shot. 3 Charlotte, 3 CMPD officers. What is that? Charlotte
Mecklenburg Police.
Yeah, okay. Charlotte Mecklenburg
County.
And a U.S. Marshals Task Force officer were injured, still recovering from their wounds. And the leadership there said these officers died as heroes, made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our state. We remember them. We honor their service. We send our deepest condolences to their families, friends, and we pray for healing for all affected by this tragic incident. And Officer Iyer, Officer Palash, Officer Elliott, Officer Weeks, you are hidden heroes this week, and Godspeed.
Last call. It's closing time.
Last call this week. It is hard to make a transition coming out.
I know. I was like, I was waiting to see how you're going to do this.
It really is. And while we're very, very serious and sincere about those heroes, we do have to end the show tonight, and we're going to do it in this way. New survey says a third of us wouldn't mind living in a van down by the river.
That's true. Me. Peak.
That's a new survey right now. A third of Americans wouldn't actually mind living in a van down by the river. 30,000 people were polled. 36% said van life is something they'd consider. And I got to be honest, after owning a home for, I don't know, 14 years now, 12 or 14 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I see these vans, this van life living thing, and I think of like Hunter S. Thompson and that, you know what? I'm just going to take the Mother Road, 66, all the way out to the Santa Monica Pier and just drive and go where I want to and do what I want to and stop at all of those stupid roadside attractions that they do in National Lampoon's Vacation. Like the world's largest ball of twine and all that. That's intriguing to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because my youngest daughter today is her 21st birthday. So, soon it's just going to be me and the wife, Yeah. And I don't know. I'm intrigued by not having to run on anyone else's schedule and going and doing and traveling and doing what I want to when I want to. I don't know. But Matt Foley, you remember Matt Foley?
Oh, yeah.
I think do we have audio of Matt Foley?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Well, it's not showing. There it is. No, we don't. You sent me videos. I know you sent me 3 pictures.
Oh, I did send you audio, but
I didn't see it.
All right. Matt Foley, of course, is the late, great Chris Farley's alter ego, the van down by the river guy. And they did this survey, and 36% of Americans said, yeah, that's for me. Including 13% who actively still want to do it. 52% said no, 9% aren't sure, but half of people under 30 like the idea. And see, I'm the opposite. I'm over 30, and I think after retirement, that would be awesome. The poll also found that 44% of us wouldn't mind living in a tiny house with like less than 500 square feet of space.
I got that audio.
I was thrilled. I could not believe what I was
No,
reading.
see, that's
I
not it.
expressed to her that I was.
That's last week's.
In any case,
you put it in the same folder, but yeah, it's not in there.
All right, but tiny houses, you into that?
No,
I'm actually even into tiny houses because you know what? It's a whole hell of a lot less to clean. I'm just saying.
I see that.
There are benefits to it, but no, I could see myself doing the van living thing. My wife, not in a million years, never.
No, she wouldn't do it.
She's like an indoor cat, I can't get her to go. I got her to go camping one time, and she hated it. She cannot stay. Just, unless I'm pulling up in,
the big old RV.
Unless I'm pulling up in Jimmy Johnson's Marathon Coach, she ain't going camping. That's just the way that it is. And that is going to do it this week for the Alpha Men podcast. We will be back next Tuesday night. Same bad time, same bad channel. We hope you've had a lot of fun. We'll see you next time.
We're going to change the ending to something a little more somber.
There you go.
But you guys have a good night.
Good night.